Earning £10,000 a month is the most dangerous salary bracket in the UK. I don't say that to be dramatic, I say it because the British tax system is specifically designed to ensure that once you hit six figures, you stop moving forward. On paper, you're a success. You're in the top 10% of earners. You've made it. But there is a dead zone, a financial no man's land between £80,000 and £120,000, where your disposable income actually begins to flatline. Have you ever had that feeling? You're earning more than 90% of the population, yet you're still checking your balance at the Tesco checkout. You're waiting for payday like you did when you were 22. You're looking at your high street bank app and thinking, where did it all go? That's not bad luck. That's the 10K trap. Financial analysts have a name for this specific demographic. They call them Henrys, H-E-N-R-Y, high earners, not rich yet. It's a specific modern phenomenon where you have a high-velocity income but zero wealth density. Your account is a transit hub, money flies in at high speed and it flies out even faster. Income is what hits the account, wealth is what stays. And in the UK, the staying part is where the system gets aggressive. Most people think they understand their tax code. They think they're on a 40% bracket, and that's the end of it. They're wrong. Between £100,000 and £125,140, your effective tax rate isn't 40%, it's 60%. Let's look at the personal allowance taper. This is the hidden engine of the 10K trap. In the UK, you get £12,570 of income tax-free. That's your personal allowance. But the moment your income crosses £100,000, that allowance starts to vanish. For every £2 you earn over that 100,000 mark, the government claws back £1 of your allowance. Think about what that actually means for your wallet. If you get a £10,000 pay rise, taking you from £100,000 to £110,000, you aren't just paying £4,000 in higher rate tax. You are also losing £5,000 of your tax-free allowance. That hidden loss means an extra £2,000 of your previous salary is suddenly being taxed at 40%. Total tax on that £10,000 raise? £6,000. You worked late. You took the extra responsibility. You managed the stress. And HMRC took 60% of the reward. In many cases, once you factor in national insurance and student loan repayments, your take-home pay on that raise is closer to 30%. You're working twice as hard for a third of the gain. This is why you feel like you're running on a treadmill that's speeding up while you're getting tired. Unfair, but that's how it currently works. Then there's the London tax. If you're a mid-30s professional based in London, a £100,000 salary is a mirage. After the taxman takes his bite, you're left with roughly £7,000 a month. Let's do the London math. £2,500 to £3,000 for a mortgage or rent for a decent two-bed flat close to Central. £500 to £1,000 for council, tax, bills and internet. £200 to £600 for a car lease or travel cards. £500 for quality groceries. Suddenly, before you've even bought a coffee or a matcha, £4,500 is gone. You're left with £2,500 for everything else. In Sheffield or Newcastle, £2,500 after bills is a king's ransom. In London, after one weekend out, a gym membership and a pair of shoes, that money has evaporated. This is the relative poverty of the high earner. You have an elite salary, with the purchasing power of a median wage earner in the north. But because you see that six-figure number on your P60, you feel like you should be living the high life. And that expectation is the next part of the trap. The real trap isn't just the taxman, it's hedonic adaptation. As your income rises, your floor for what feels normal rises with it. When you were earning $30,000, a weekend in a Premier Inn felt like a holiday. Now it has to be a boutique hotel in Greece. When you were starting out, a 10-year-old Ford Focus was fine. Now you feel like you need the Audi or the Tesla because everyone else in the office has one. It doesn't feel like a luxury anymore. It feels like a baseline. It feels like a reward for the grueling hours you put in to earn that £10,000 a month. But look at the cost of that normalcy. That £600 car lease is a ghost. If you took just half of that, £300, and invested it into a low-cost index fund every month over 25 years, you'd have over £250,000. You aren't paying for a car. You're spending a future that never got built. The 10K trap convinces you that because you earn a lot, you should spend a lot. But spending is the opposite of wealth. Wealth is what you don't see. It's the money in the ISA. It's the equity in the home. It's the peace of mind that you could walk away from your job tomorrow if you wanted to. High earners in London are often fragile. They are one redundancy away from total collapse because their outgoings have expanded to meet their incomings perfectly. For those trying to escape the trap by switching to contracting, be careful. The trap just changes shape. A £100,000 contract sounds like a massive win compared to an £80,000 salary. But that's a headline delusion. When you're employed, your company covers employer national insurance. They provide a pension match. They give you 30 days of paid holiday. They give you sick pay and life insurance. When you go outside IR35, you are the company. To maintain the same standard of living as an £80,000 employee, a contractor needs to earn around £120,000. If you take a £100,000 contract, you have actually taken a pay cut. You are now responsible for your own pension, your own equipment, and your own downtime. To stand still in the 10K trap, you don't need 100,000, you need like 140. So, how do you break the cycle? How do you stop being a Henry and start becoming actually wealthy? You stop optimizing for income and start optimizing for the gap. The gap is the distance between what you earn and what it costs you to live. To widen that gap, you need a strategy. Strategy 1, the pension pivot. His is your most powerful weapon against the 60% tax cliff. By salary sacrificing your income back down to £100,000, you aren't just saving for the future, you are reclaiming your personal allowance. Every pound you put into your pension in that dead zone is effectively getting a 60% boost from the government. It is the only legal cheat code left in the UK tax system. Use it. Strategy 2, the 80% rule. Most people let their lifestyle rise 1-to-1 with their salary. This is financial suicide. If you get a £500 a month pay rise, live on 400 of it, take the other 100 and automate it into a stocks and shares ISA before it even touches your main account. If you don't see it, you won't spend it. This allows your wealth to grow while keeping your baseline of happiness stable. Strategy 3. The leakage audit. Don't build a budget. Budgets feel like a diet. They make you feel deprived. Instead, perform an audit. Go through your last 3 months of bank statements. Look for the invisible leaks. The unused gym tier, the 5 different streaming services, the convenience fees from ordering food because you were too tired to cook. Most high earners I speak to find between £400 and £700 a month in leaks they didn't even realise were happening. It's easily done, but also easily solved. You don't feel broke or average because you earn too little. You feel that way because your wealth is leaking out through a predatory tax system, an overpriced housing market, and your own expectations of what a 6-figure life should look like. The system wants you to stay on the treadmill. It wants you to earn more so it can tax more and so you can spend more. Stop chasing the next rung and start widening the gap. Because in the 10K trap, staying exactly where you are and keeping what you earn isn't settling. It's the ultimate power move. It's strategy. Over recent years, I've personally had to do a lot of work when it comes to being mindful of lifestyle creep, from thinking the overdraft was my money to wondering where my pay increase disappeared. The reality is, it takes work to get it all under control, but one step at a time, it can be done. And then, it's time to help those around you, whether it's your family or your friends. Everyone can do with a little help when it comes to financial planning. With that said, if you found this video somewhat insight, please give it a like and press the subscribe button as it helps get the video out to more people.